South Africa has sent shockwaves around the world with the announcement that it has begun construction on a revolutionary $1.5 billion megacity in Johannesburg, a bold, visionary gamble that could reshape the skyline and standards of African urbanism forever. Imagine, for a moment, in the very heart of one of the continent's great metropolises, a new city within a city is rising, promising to tear down the old logic of fragmented slums and infrastructural decay and replace it with something audacious, grand, and spectacular. That bold endeavor is known as the Southern Farms Megacity Project. Its roots stretch back to earlier planning efforts and environmental design frameworks. The Southern Farms Biodiversity Development Project was launched in 2023 to ensure careful mitigation of ecological impact. Over years of negotiation, feasibility studies, and land assembly, the vision gradually crystallized. And in May 2025, a formal handover was made at the Bushcopy site camp, triggering the formal launch of construction. Today, that vision is being etched into the earth itself. What is the vision behind Southern Farms? At its core, it aims to confront the twin crises of Johannesburg: chronic housing shortages and collapsing infrastructure. The plan is nothing less than relocation, renovation, and regeneration all rolled into one. This is not a simple housing estate or satellite town. It is conceived as a fully integrated, mixed-use urban ecosystem: home, workplace, marketplace, school, hospital, library, and park. It is bold in its ambition: 43,000 homes, combined with schools, clinics, libraries, sports facilities, roads, and supporting infrastructure, all conceived to heal both the human and structural maladies of a city teetering under decades of neglect. Let us go deeper into the technical anatomy of the Southern Farms megacity. The site spans 4,000 hectares, an area equivalent to roughly 5,602 standard soccer fields, a mind-bending scale. Within that expanse are to be carved 7 precincts, each with its own character and purpose: residential neighborhoods, commercial corridors, light industrial zones, cultural and educational hubs. The precincts will knit together to form a coherent urban fabric, not disconnected enclaves but seamless transitions of activity and life. The plan is to fold into adjacent communities. Diepkloof, Freedom Park, Eldorado Park, and Naturina are directly in line to benefit from new roads, transit corridors, and public amenities. Bulk infrastructure, roads, water, sanitation, electrical grids will run as arteries across the project, connecting precincts and linking to the greater Johannesburg network. There will be taxi ranks and transport hubs, commercial nodes and offices, parks, libraries, clinics, schools, sports fields. The entire layout is meant to be walkable, transit-oriented, sustainable, anticipatory, not just for now, but for decades to come. But who is building this audacious dream? The developer behind it is Stefahafaha Trading and Projects, helmed by Sedima Mosimedi, who envisions the project as a catalyst for local business and economic upliftment. The property broker Ash Mueller has confirmed that construction is underway following the site handover in May 2025. The Gauteng provincial government estimates the project requires roughly 10 years to complete, a timeline that suggests phases of rollout, incremental occupation, and parallel infrastructure work. The stakeholders are many: the Gauteng provincial government, municipal authorities in Johannesburg, the developer Stefahafaha, local communities, environmental agencies, and financial backers yet to be fully disclosed to the public. The strategy is that Southern Farms will not stand alone. It is part of a broader megacity strategy across Gauteng, including projects in Cullinan, Daggafontein, Gudrun, John Dube, and Stinkwater. Each is intended as a self-contained mixed-use node along major transit corridors, reducing pressure on Johannesburg's core while redistributing growth. As for financing and funding history, the project is pegged at $1.5 billion. Early planning, land assembly, environmental mitigation via the 2023 Biodiversity Project, and stakeholder engagement have already consumed years of preparatory work. The formal construction phase began only in 2025. The financial structure has not been fully disclosed in the sources, but it is clear that public and private capital will need to combine. The government will surely play a role in bulk infrastructure funding, incentives, subsidies, land provisioning, and regulatory backing, while the developer is expected to marshal private capital, construction financing, and contractor mobilization. The 10-year timeline suggests a phase model: initial works, civil infrastructure, early precincts, housing rollouts, services, and gradual handover to residents. At present, the project is in its initial construction phase, following the handover and site mobilization. But why is this project needed so urgently? Johannesburg is crumbling under its own weight. The city faces relentless infrastructure failure. In a 9-month window, nearly 100,000 electricity outages were recorded, including over 5,000 major incidents that blacked out entire substations. Water losses from leaks, theft, illegal connections, and aging pipes account for about 45% of the supply being lost. Some neighborhoods have gone weeks without water. In that context, the foundational systems of human life, power, water, roads, are breaking. Johannesburg's infrastructure backlog is estimated at $12 billion just to restore basic services. The housing shortage is equally dire. Approximately 1.3 million homes are needed to meet demand, a deficit that current construction rates will take decades to bridge. Southern Farms is designed to address both shortages and slum pressures. By offering 43,000 homes, the project moves the needle meaningfully. By rebuilding infrastructure from scratch, water lines, electricity, roads, transit, it avoids the cost and chaos of retrofitting failed systems. By distributing growth to southern corridors, it eases the load on central Johannesburg. In short, it proposes a reset, not merely patchwork, an infrastructural renaissance. What benefits will ripple outward? For Johannesburg and South Africa at large, this megacity could become a template for 21st century urbanism in Africa. It will generate thousands of construction jobs, spur local supplier industries, and absorb displaced labor. For residents, it offers dignified, serviced housing, access to schools, clinics, parks, reduced commute times and better connectivity, and the hope of inclusion in the modern urban economy. For communities adjoining Diepkloof, Eldorado Park, Naturena, and Freedom Park, the uplift in roads, transit, utilities, and public amenities will transform living conditions. At a grander scale, it may help South Africa compete with global cities, offering a new standard in African urban development. In conclusion, South Africa's Southern Farms megacity is more than a construction project. It is a symbol of rebirth, a declaration that Africa is ready to define its own future. Johannesburg, long seen as a city weighed down by decay and dysfunction, is now daring to dream again. This is a reminder that progress begins with vision, and vision backed by courage can reshape nations. When a country invests in infrastructure, it invests in hope, dignity, and destiny. Southern Farms proves that Africa's greatest cities are not relics of colonial design, but laboratories of innovation and resilience. It is a promise that Johannesburg can once again stand as a beacon of modernity and prosperity. If this is what South Africa can achieve when it dares to build big, imagine what the entire continent could become if every African nation followed suit, building not just cities, but dreams made concrete. Your perspective matters. What do you make of South Africa's new $1.5 billion megacity projects set to transform Johannesburg? Share your thoughts and insights in the comments section below. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to the New Africa Wealth and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our informative future videos. Stay informed, stay engaged, and thank you for watching.